The Sony cyber attackers issuing new threats, now suggesting they'll take revenge on movie theaters slated to premiere The Interview, a parody aimed at the North Korean leader. What started as Hollywood gossip quickly morphing into a possible terror plot being assessed at the highest levels. Just how credible is the threat? Here's ABC's Cecilia Vega.
From a corporation under siege to a nation potentially under attack. Today, hackers claiming they broke into Sony's computer network, issuing their most ominous warning yet, a threat invoking 9/11, implying attacks at theaters planning to show The Interview. That Seth Rogen, James Franco comedy about journalists attempting to assassinate North Korea's Kim Jong-un.
You want us to kill the leader of North Korea?
Yes.
What?
The group claiming responsibility for the hack, calling itself Guardians of Peace, saying online, "We recommend you to keep yourself distant. If your house is nearby, you'd better leave." Promising, soon all the world will see what an awful movie Sony has made. The world will be full of fear. And now tonight, Sony apparently backing down, telling theater owners they are free not to run the $44 million feature.
You want to go kill Kim Jong-un?
Totally. I'd love to assassinate Kim Jong-un. It's a date.
Sony not commenting on the latest threat, but the movie's stars canceled a press tour in the wake of today's message. Seth Rogen and James Franco earlier this week telling ABC's George Stephanopoulos they stand by their comedy.
Any second thoughts at all?
At this point, we can't. It's too late to have any, really. No. I think, again, I like the movie. I can't, in my head, over-connect everything surrounding it with the movie itself. We set out to make a movie that was really entertaining to audiences, and I genuinely think we did that. And that's where my job ends.
What started with the cyber breach now elevated to an issue of national security. The FBI is investigating. The Department of Homeland Security says at this time there is no credible intelligence to indicate an active plot against movie theaters within the United States.
The threat on its face appears to be menacing. It really appears to be more of a continuation of the cyber attack against Sony as opposed to a credible, legitimate threat of physical harm.
It has been one taunt after the next from hackers diving into the deep recesses of Sony's computer networks. Data, like Social Security numbers and salaries, released in batches, now out there for the world to see.
The name's Bond. James Bond.
An early version of the top-secret script to the newest 007 movie, Spectre. Stolen just as filming is set to begin.
It's the hard knock for us.
And movies like Annie, not yet in theaters. Then, the emails. No celebrities seem to escape. Two of the top producers in Hollywood forced to apologize. Scott Rudin and Amy Pascal reportedly caught bashing Angelina Jolie, saying she lacked talent and had an ego. The pair even making racial jokes about President Obama, saying he might like the movie Django Unchained or 12 Years a Slave. Brad Pitt now among the celebrities leading the backlash, speaking out to Access Hollywood.
Someone's conversation, whether on email or in person, should be private.
Well, this has been an unprecedented attack on Sony, but on any corporation in the world. I mean, nothing like this has ever happened before.
And could it be, behind it all, North Korea? A North Korean government website called The Interview an evil act of provocation, and at least one South Korean think tank claims the Hermit Kingdom has a team of hackers capable of an attack like the one on Sony.
Sony is in a no-win situation with this movie at this stage, because if they pull the movie, then they're seen as kowtowing to bullies. And if they don't pull the movie, then, and if something does happen, they're putting lives at risk and could be liable.
But can Hollywood be bullied? Hollywood has, on occasion, caved to pressure from outside groups claiming offense or sensitivities. In the 2012 remake of the cult classic Red Dawn,
we'll bring terrorists to justice.
Chinese villains were digitally replaced with North Koreans after angry editorials appeared in Chinese newspapers. Following worldwide riots and protests of cartoons of the Prophet Muhammad in a Danish newspaper, South Park creators saw an opportunity for satire.
A cartoon is about to air on American television with the Muslim prophet Muhammad as a character.
But Comedy Central balked, censoring the prophet's image.
Come on, Muhammad, let's get some tea.
And in one of the most controversial films in recent years, The Passion of the Christ, 20th Century Fox passed on distribution rights, faced with criticism the film was anti-Semitic.
Controversies like this can help the buzz of a movie, but in this case now, it's turned the corner, and now a lot of people are afraid to go. I've talked to many people today who are now second-guessing themselves whether they should be going to screenings of this movie.
The hack already hitting Sony where it hurts, in the wallet. Sony stock down 10% in the last 2 weeks. Some analysts say they could spend millions in the fallout. And today, the first lawsuits. One class action suit by 2 former employees claiming Sony failed to protect confidential information, calling it an epic nightmare, much better suited to a cinematic thriller than to real life.
Hackers are not going anywhere. The stakes are higher now. There's more to gain, and we fully expect to see them continuing targeting organizations all over the world.
It's being called the most massive corporate cyber attack ever, and there could still be more to come. The hackers promising this is just the first part of a gift they'll deliver just in time for Christmas. For Nightline, I'm Cecilia Vega in Los Angeles.